This will be the time that we'll call the first priest and he'll state his registry. La Yasha Allah. Kaimadyum, which means to stand. Wapanyahak with dumb and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Daba'a, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathulanawa, Laham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawak Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a Nawa, Banasayawan, Abor, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wa'ataprawa, La Awalamyum, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Baba Kwashah, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Lava Pa'ah, Ka Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakwiyam, Hamafium, Hakak, Al Rahawa, Hatama'ala, Lagavarshun, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, to Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, all Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Wagalka, Al Yanawam, Shamorka, Hana La'a Yanawam, Wala'a, the Yashan Shawamor Yasha'ala, Yahweh Shamorka, Yahweh Tazalka, Al Yan Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash La'a Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Bakal Rai, Yashamor, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'aid, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and not coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore, so be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Tacharash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Wama Shanayaka, Nasha'awa, Va'ash, Al Imaka, Ya Arayamwa, Sawad, Wayataya Aitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Aiwan, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Lam, Yahadwa, Auyaka, Barya, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Alawam, Wayashama Mawa'aba, Wahagoyim, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashak, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zabawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadyan, Kasaya Sara'a, Kayabyan, Barahal, Koyashwan, Nashamanwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Narayamawa, Ka'irab, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakazazamanai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa Afta Arwa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Saba Ira Ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haryam, Khan, Dawadatma, Basairaka, Wabasubapaka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Wayabakwashwa, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yuwan, Al Kala, Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken captive counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Prasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like the head, yea, all their princes as the Ba, and as the Muna who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. So be it. The blessings in the Hebrew. Brakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka'ala, Wa Anahayim, Matazab Ya'ab, Alawak Yahana, Ha Alawakyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kotazayanyam, Ha Chayayalyam, Wa Awakyam, Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahushai, the water Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. The bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha Allah, Wahab Bayash Saparium, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. What we just said, just me up here, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshabim, which means to now be seated. Shalom, Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group nor any other Christian organization, all right? So this is the Sabbath service. Always remember, the Sabbath service is something very important to attend. Don't take it lightly. This is where you learn your culture. This is where you learn your history. This is where you learn your customs that the Lord wanted you to keep and follow. So just remember to always pay attention to the Sabbath service. If we, when we go over these scriptures, we may not be breaking them down, but don't forget to take notes. Meaning there may be a scripture that I go over, that I read over, and you may have a question for it, right? So with that being said, jot down that scripture, put it into your notebook, and when class comes every Wednesday, the mandatory class for all brothers and sisters to attend, right? You can ask your questions right there, all right? And Captain will get to them, all right? So don't forget to always remember, take down these scriptures if you got questions about them. So we're going to be in Genesis chapter 19, all right? And first we're going to read in the Hebrew. Genesis chapter 19, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayaba'a wa shanya hamala akayim malaakim slake hamala Sarama slake Saddam ba'irab walawat yashab bashair Saddam wayaba'a lawat wayakwam kara'at la kara'at ma Wayashak, Wayashathak, Apyam, Arakazak. Verse 2 in the Hebrew, Wayamar, Hana, Na'a, Adanya, Sawarwa, Na'a, Al Bayat, Ibad come. I will, Walla Yanwa. It's like La Yanawa. Wala Yanawa, Warachatazawa, Ragal Yakum, Wa Ashab Shakam, Saki, Waha Shakam, Shakamat, Saki, Shakamatham. There we go. Waha Shakamatham, Wahalakatma, let a rock come. Waya Amar wa la'a kaya barakhawa barakhab nala yan. Verse 3. Waya patazar bama ma'ad waya sar what's like it waya sar alaya awdiwa waya ba'awa Al Bayathwa Waya Aisha Laham Mashatha wa Matazawa Apa Waya Akawa. Verse 4 Taram Yashakabwa wa Anashia Ha'ayar Anashia Saddam Nasab wa Al Habayat Na'ir wa Aid Zakwan Kal Ha'aim Makwataza. Verse 5 Waya Kora'awa Al Lawat Waya Amarwa Lawa Ayah Hanashim Ashar Ba'awa, Alayaka, Alayala, Hawatazaya, it's like it, Hawatazayama, Al Yanawa, Wanna Daya, Ahma. Verse 6, Wayataza'a, Alaham, so it's like an Alham. Lawat, Hapathak, like it, Wahadalat, Sagar, Akar Yawa. Verse 7, Waya Amar Al Na'a Akya, Tharayawa. All right, we're going to get Genesis chapter 19, verse 1. I'm going to get it in the English. Genesis 19:1 in the English. And there came two angels to Sodom at even. And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. Verse 2. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house. and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. Verse 3. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. Verse 5. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him. Verse 7. And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. All right. We're going to get verse 8 in the Hebrew. Hana na'a ya shafya banawa ashar la'a yadayawa ayash awarantazaya na'a athan sakya athahan al yakam wa aishawa lahan katawa baya ayat sakya ba ayan yakam rak la anashim all thy Aisha wa the bar kaya al khan ba'awa ba'awa batazal Korathia Salaki. Verse 9. Waya amar wa gash hala'a waya amar wa ha'achad ba'a lagawar waya shapat shafawat Aita, Narai, Laka, Maham, Wayapatazarwa, Ba'ayash, Balawat, Ma'ad, Wayagashwa, Saki Lashabar, Hadalal, Saki Hadalah. Verse 10. Wayashalakwa, Ha'anashim, Yadma. Waya bayaawa lawat al yahum habayat habayata wa haralat sagarwa. Verse 11. Wa hanashim ashar pathak habayat hakawa basanawar yam makwatan wa'id gadal waya la'awa lamataza'a hapathak. Verse 12. Waya amara ha'anashim al lawat ay maya laka pathak pa the thun chatan wa banyaka wa banafyaka wa call ashar laka ba'ayar hawataza'a man hamakwam. Verse 13. Kaya mashakafyam anak nawa hamakwam hazah kaya kaya garala kaya garala taza ikwaf ma'a panya yahawa wa yashalak nawa yahawa la shakhafa. Verse 14. Wa yataza'a lawat wa yadabar al khathan yawa la kwakya vanafyawa wa ya amar Kwamwa Taza'a wa Man Hamakwam Hazakaya Mashakya. I believe it's Mashachayaf. Sake Mashachayaf Yahawa Ha'ayar Wayahaya Hamatazahak Ba'ayanya Chathanya. All right, starting at verse 8 in the English. Behold, now I have two daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. Verse 9. And they said, stand, also sidebar, when it said the shadow of my roof. That's how you know shadow was referring to like protection. All right. It wasn't like an actual cast of shadow that he was referring to. That's, shadow is protection. And it does come from where when you see like a shadow being casted, it protects you from, the lights and etc., etc. So shadow throughout the scriptures referring to like you being protected. Just a sidebar. All right. Verse 9, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. Verse 10. Verse 10. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut to the door. Verse 11. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. Verse 12. And the man said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. Verse 13. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. Verse 14. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. All right, we're going to get verse 15 in the Hebrew. All right. Verse 15 in Hebrew. Wakamwa hashachar ayla wa yataza wa hamalaakyam balawat la amor kwam kwak shathak. It's like a shafka wa'af shafya banafyaka hanamataza'a pun the pa. Such a thasapa ba'aywan ha'ayor. Verse 16. Waya damahama waya chazakwa ha'anashyam bayad bayadwa wabayad ashafwa wabayad shafya banafyawa Bahamala Yahawa Aldawa Wayatazaawa Wayanakawa Mahawataza La Ayor. Verse 17. Wayahaya Kahawataza Yatazam Athma Hahawataza Waya Amor Hamalat Al na Prashak al Dabayat Ahoyaka Wa'al Da'imad Bakal Hakakar Hahara Hamalat Pan Dasapa. Verse 18. Wayamar Lawat ala al na'a adanya. Verse 19. Hana na'a mataza'a aibad ka khan ba'ayan yaka wadagadal hasa hasad ka ashar aishaya aimadya la khayaf. It's like it. Laha Kayawa, Kayawa. I believe that's referring to saving life. Af Napasha wa Anakia La'a Awakal Lahamalat Hahara. It's like a Hahara upon the Bakwanya. No, that's Naya. Tarabaknaya Harai Wamafia. Right to death. Verse 20. Hana na'a ha'ayar hazaa koraba la nawash shama shams like a shamha wahaya matazair amalat Amalata, it's like a Amalata, Na'a Shama, it's like a Shamha, Hala, Matazaya, Hawa, Wasakia, Napashia. Verse 21, Waya Amar Audika, Hana, Nasha'afya, Punyaka, Gam, Ladabar, Hazah, Labalah. It's like it Labalafia, Hapakia Af, meaning not the term. That's a Hapak, meaning to overthrow the term. Hapakia Af, Ha'ayar, Ashar, Dabarath. All right, that's it on the Hebrew. We're going to start from verse 15 in the English. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Verse 16. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. Verse 17, and it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life. Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. Now, just to let you know, the only reason why there was mercy on Lot even to begin with was because of Abraham. All right. And let it be known too, just a sidebar, like the destruction of America is coming very soon, just like Sodom. This is modern day Sodom and Babylon. So any brother and sister, you wanna continue staying in this truth and staying solid and listening to the men of the Lord. Those angels were like men of the Lord coming to warn you to get the hell out of America. Just look at that just like that. That's it. The angels of the Lord were like the men of the Lord today, warning you to get out of America, to separate from the customs and the culture of America. That's important. That's important. All right. Well, let's verse 20. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. Verse 21. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. All right. We're going to start at verse 22 in the Hebrew. Mahar, Hamalat, Shamha, Kaya, La'a, Awakal, La'ashawat, the bar, Aid, Ba'aka, Shamha, Al, Khan, Kara'a, Sham, Ha'ayar, Tazawa'ir. Verse 23. Hashamash, Taza'a, Al, Rataza, Walawat, Ba'a, Taza'ira. Verse 24. Wayahawa, Hamatayar, Al, Saddam, Wa'al, Amara, Gabaria, Wa'ash, Ma'at, Yahweh, Mad, Hashamim, Shemayim, Hashemayim. Verse 25, Wayahapak, Ha'arim, Ha'al, Wa'af, Kal, Hakakar, Wa'af, Kal, Yeshabia, Ha'arim, Watazamak, Ha'adama. Verse 26. Wahabat, it's like it was the bat, Shafwa, Ma'achar, Ma'achar with a higher Natazab, Malak. Verse 27. Wayashakam, Abaraham, Ababakwa, Al, Hamakwam, Ashar, Aimad, Sham, Panya, Yahweh. Verse 28. Wayashakwab, Al, Panya, Shaddam, Wa'amara, Wa'al, Kal, Panya, Arataza, Hakakar, Wayara'a, Wayara'a, Wahana, Allah. Kwayatar, Arataza, Kokoyatar, Kakotayar, Yatar, it's like it, Kakwayatar, Hakabashan. All right, let's see. Yeah, we'll finish it out from there. All right, so we're going to start at verse 22 in the English. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar. Verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. Verse 25. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. Verse 26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Verse 27. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. Verse 28. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and beheld, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. All right, we're going to read 29, and we're going to finish out all the way. We're going to just finish out this chapter, and then next week we'll go into Genesis 20. All right. Verse 29 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Bashakaf, Alahayim, Af, Arayah, Hakakar, Wayazabak, Alahayim, Af, Abraham, Wayashalak, Af, Lawat, Matharka, Hahapaka, Bahapak, Af, Ha'arim, Ashar, Yashab, Bahan, Lawat. Verse 30. Waya'al, Lawat, Matazawa'ir, Wayashab, Mahar, the Shaf, it's like it was Shafwa, it's like it was Shafya, Banaf Yawa, Aimwa, Kaya, Yara'a, La Shabbat, Batazawa'ir, Wayashab, Bama Ira, Hawa'a, Washafya, Banafyawa. Verse 31. Whether Habak, that's Bakayara, Habakayara, Al, Hatazayar, Atazaras, like Hatazayara, Abayanwa, Zakwan, Wa Ayash, Ayan, Ba'arataza, Labawa'a, Al Yawa, like Al Yanawa, Kadarak, Kal, Havarataza. Verse 32. Laka, Nashakwa, Abayan, Abayanawa, it's like it, that's Abayanawa, referring to our Father. Abayanawa, Yayan, Wana Shabbat, Wana Kaba, Anwa, Wanak Yaha, Ma Abayanawa, Zarai. Verse 33. Whether Shokoyan, Abayahan, Yayan, Balayala, Balayala, Hawa'a, Wataba'a, Habakayara, whether Shabbat, like it, whether Shakab, like it, whether Shakab, Abayaha, Wala'a, Yadai. Let's see. Basha Kabah, Saki Baya Shakab, Basha Kabha, Wana Kwam Ha. Verse 34. Wayahaya, Mama Harat, Wada Amor, Habakayara, Al, Hatazayara, Han, Shakabafya, Amash, Af, Abaya, Nashak Nawa, Yayan Gam, Halayala, Waba'aya, Shakabya, Aimwa, Hanakaya, Abayanawa. Abayanawa is a rye. Verse 35. Whether Shakwayan, Gam, Balayala, Hahawa'a, Abayahan, Yayan, what the Kwam, Matazayara, whether Shakab, what the Shakab, Anwa, Wala'a, Zadai, Ba Shakabha, Makwam, it's like Wabakoma. Verse 36. What the Harayan, Shafya, Banawaf, Lawat, Ma Abayahan. Verse 37. What the Lak, Habakayara, Ban, what the Kora'a, Shamwa, Mawa'aba, Hawa'a, Abaya, Mawa'aba, I, Hayawam. And Wahataza Ayara, Gam, Hawa'a, Yala Da, Ban, Zala Kora'a, Shamwa, Bayan, Aimwa, Hawa'a, Abaya, Banya, Aimawan, I, Hayawam. All right. We're going to start at verse 29, and we're going to finish it out in English. Genesis 19:29 in the English. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. Verse 30. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountains, and his two daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his two daughters. Verse 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Verse 32. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Verse 33. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Verse 34. And it came to pass on the morrow, just for the sidebar, of course, this is unlawful as hell. Just for anyone to know. This is not giving anybody permission to do such wickedness. All right, but I'm going to continue reading. All right, verse 34. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yester night with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Verse 35. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Verse 36. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. Verse 37. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. That's Moab in the Hebrew. And the son is the father of the Moabites unto this day. Verse 38. And the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Benamai. The same is the father of the children of Ammon, which is Amawan, unto this day. All right, that's it on that. With that, Amadyum, which means to stand, just us up here. This would be the time that the brothers, the priest, and all the brothers would come up and they would salute the Tanakh. La Yashala. Amadyum, which means to stand. While Panya Hakwadam and face the east. What we're going to do is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalanawa, Nacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'anawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wa'ata Prawa, La Awalumyam, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts and forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kwashah, Nathanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lava Pa'ah, Chamakala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamad Zarayim, Hakak, Lahakoyam, Hamafiam, Hakak, Al Rachawa, Hatama'ala, the Gawashan, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, All Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Wagalika, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a Yanawam, Wala'a Yashan, Shawamor Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Yahweh Tazalika, Al Yad Yanganka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a Yakaraka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamor Apnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor Tazaaka, Baba Wa'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'aid, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth, and even forevermore, so be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al Yamayala Ka, Al Tahorash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabdika, Yahama Yawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'al, Ra'ash, Al La'imaka, Ya Irayamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Aiwad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, La, Yahadwa, Audika, Barya, Yakarafwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashama Aliyam, Mawa'aba, Wahagoyan, Gabor, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashak, Anyashabya, Tazawar, Gama Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarai, Labunya, Labunya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'a, Kayabyan, Banachal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Hayawa, Damam, La Adama, Shayathamba, Nadayamawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza'aba, Wakazaba, Wakazazamana, Kal, Nasiyakumwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayavasha, Lanawa, Afna Awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamba, Kagaugala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Horium, Khan, Taradakma, Basa'iraka, Wabasawapafka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamka Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahalwa, Ay, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Iowa, Kaya, Ada, Shamka Yahawa Labadka, Al Yawan, Al, Call her Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hated ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur also was joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, as the book of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like the Ad, yea, all their princes as Abba, and as the Muno who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. So be it. The blessings in the Hebrew. Brakatah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka'ala, wa Alahayim, Matazar Ya'ah, Alawat Yahana, Ha Alawatyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kortazayanyam, Ha Hayayalyam, wa Alwafiam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. The prayer of the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek, synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Project Kamatazi, the alternative movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the unaliver. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always, so be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'Allah, Waha, Bayah, Saparim, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. What we just said, just me up here, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Saw, which means return. For the Akwafia, the Shabian, which means to be seated, men of Israel. We're going to give a courteous salute to the brothers. All right, just also to let you know, by the way, when we also salute the brothers, right? When we say salute the brothers, it is going towards the highest ranking man in the room. So just in case if any brother wanted to know that, all right, if there's a higher, let's say like captain is in the room, you're actually saluting captain. If the general is in the room in the Sabbath service, you're actually saluting the general, all right, when we do this, all right? just for future references. All right. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua B'Katham, Yana Matah, Saw, Agwafim, turn and face the sisters. All right, for Agwafim, Amadim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yadid Matah. With that, class dismissed.